This entire 3D printed chess set was made with AI. Other than the 3D printing process, I didn't do any work on these models. AI generated everything. But the question is, when we take a closer look, are these 3D models actually any good? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to explore in this video. So for this video, I've set myself a little bit of a challenge, and today's sponsor, Hi3D, is going to be right in the middle of it. Hi3D is an AI platform where you can upload images and generate complete 3D models of those images. So the rules of this challenge are pretty simple. AI has to handle all of the digital work. I'm not allowed to do any modeling, any sculpted, or anything in Blender really to try to fix these models. The way it's going to work is if AI gives me a model and it's broken in some way or it doesn't look quite right, I have to live with it. I have to use it because this is what the AI gave me. For the theme of the project, I wanted a completely custom chess set themed around life and death. So the white pieces are going to be like majestic angelic warriors, whilst the black pieces are going to be some sort of dark, undead, skeletal servants of darkness. So if all goes well, by the end of this project, I should have 32 3D printed custom chess pieces. Let's see how it goes. So before I could actually generate any models with Hi3D, I needed some image references. So for that, and sticking with the theme of this video with AI handling all of the digital work, I turned to ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, I went through a couple of different iterations, exploring different art styles, just trying to get an idea of what it is I wanted to create here. I ended up landing on this, which I thought looked pretty cool. And so at this point then, I couldn't just feed these images into Hi3D as they were, because there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind when trying to generate 3D models with Hi3D. For Hi3D, you want to feed in images that have a single subject in the images. You don't want any background clutter, you don't want any blurriness, you just want a single subject and a nice clean background. So in ChatGPT, that's exactly what I asked for. I said, give me my individual pieces. I want to see a front, a side, and a rear view on a nice clean background. And I asked for a turnaround in this case because Hi3D does have a feature where you can feed in those turnaround images to get a more accurate result. So for this bit, I just wanted to take you through a quick live demo of what Hi3D actually looks like and how the generation process works. And for this, I'm going to try to generate this white knight piece that I came up with using ChatGPT. And the general concept is like an angelic griffin. And what I did was generate a complete turnaround here. So I've got the front view, the rear view, and then both sides, which is just a mirrored image. But essentially all I'm going to do here, I'm logged into Hi3D, and you can see on the left side here, we have the image to 3D tool. There's really not too many settings to play around with, but in this case, I'm going to go into multi-view to 3D and then just feed in those images. There we go, so I'm uploading those images there. And in terms of options here, there's only really one option you must not forget to turn off, and this is some criticism for Hi3D here. By default, this image enhancement option is enabled. Turn that off, it is absolutely terrible. My goodness. Having that on, I think it's using AI under the hood to try to enhance your image, but as long as your images that you've fed in are completely clean and fine, you really don't need it. I find having the image enhancement on was making some of the generation take upwards of 20 minutes, and on top of that, it was giving my models like 6 eyes or changing their ears. So I can only assume that under the hood, the image enhancement must be using like an older image generation model. So my advice, turn that off every single time. Remove background is fine, just so it knows that we're going to remove that dark background on these images. Model version, I've had some pretty good results with all of these, if I'm honest with you. I tend to bounce back and forth between 1.5 and 2.1 in terms of model type. Quality, if you want something that is kind of production ready, fast for prototyping. And in this case, because I am going to be 3D printing these models, I'm not interested in texture, so I'm just going to do geometry only. Other than that, it's time to hit generate, and fingers crossed, this model comes out pretty good. I'll skip ahead using some editing magic and we'll see what this turns out.
One eternity later.
Ah.
One eternity later.
Okay, are we done? Still not done yet. Oh my god! Oh my god, we're done! Yes! So that was literally 11 minutes. Do you know what? Well, I tell you what, that took a little while. The results were worth it. That's actually pretty good. Nice detail in the feathers. The eyes look pretty good. So clearly Hi3D is pretty capable and can generate some good looking models. But not all of the models that I generated came out looking this good. In fact, it was a bit of a mixed bag depending on what the subject was, and in general some results were okay, some were pretty terrifying, and then others were absolutely cursed. I'm talking drop dead Fred head stuck in a fridge kind of cursed. Yeah, I don't really know what happened with this one. But to be fair, overall the general forms and silhouettes were there, so in reality if you have some basic sculpting and 3D modeling skills, you could refine these and save yourself a lot of time. But it didn't matter whether I liked the final results or not. Part of this challenge was that I had to use what AI gave me. And so for the final stage of this project, it was time to 3D print my chess set. For the black pieces, I printed them in standard resin and spray painted them black, whilst for the white pieces, I opted to 3D print them in a clear resin to match that sort of angelic theme. And if I'm honest, I thought the clear resin might help cover up any imperfection or abnormalities. And so with all of the pieces finally assembled here, looking pretty cool, I suppose my final question is this AI slop or not? Now for me, I'd say kind of. You know, Hi3D definitely generated some pretty cool looking models, but there are still plenty of imperfections, and in general, it just didn't do a very good job at matching my initial concepts. So although these tools are pretty cool, I think AI for 3D model generation still has a ways to go. Hey, so it's a couple of days later and I just wanted to pop in and give some closing thoughts to this video. So AI for 3D model generation, or at least in this case Hi3D specifically, because I haven't tried any other tools yet. I think it's clear to see that these tools are pretty powerful. Right now, as Hi3D currently stands, it's not something I would use daily because I think the standard of the models aren't quite there yet. But as we have seen with AI, we know how quickly these tools develop and how fast they just get good. It really wasn't that long ago we had AI, Will Smith and spaghetti and all that sort of stuff, to now where we have like some really good video generation tools out there. It's a really strange time. So I expect Hi3D to get better very quickly, and in fact, you know, as somebody that loves technology, this does make me feel a little bit uneasy, because on the one hand, I love technology, I think it's very powerful, and it's really wild to see how quickly all of this stuff is, you know, evolving. But on the other hand, I am also a 3D artist who has spent years perfecting the craft, or I say perfecting, at least practicing the craft to get good with lots of different 3D tools and software. And so it can make you feel a little uneasy then when these AI tools just pop out of nowhere and they do so much of the work now. But as Hi3D currently stands, I think the models get you like 50% of the way there. The silhouette's pretty good, the general forms are pretty good, but in many cases I'd find myself spending more time trying to fix these models as they currently are, versus just building them from scratch, or at least in most cases, because I have to be fair when I say Hi3D did pump out some pretty good models, but tomorrow there could be an update and it could be even better. Who knows? But there are going to be links in the description and in the comment below if you do want to check out Hi3D for yourself. I know I, for one, will be exploring a lot more of these AI tools now. This has really piqued my interest just to see what sort of trajectory we are going with these tools, because at the end of the day, nobody has the answers. Nobody knows where we are going to end up with this technology. All we can do is try to stay familiar, stay relevant, and stay good with whatever the latest tools are. But that's all from me. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.